2020. It was a year. It was also the year that the new show, It's Pony, aired for the first time on Nickelodeon. On January 18th, to be exact. Since then, there have been 35 episodes released, and they're of varying quality. It's about a young girl named Annie who inexplicably has a talking horse.
He's actually a pony.
Right, sorry. And he is often the cause of trouble and conflict, though he means well. And Annie, the more responsible one, has to figure out ways to resolve it. She also lives in a city, yet her parents are farmers who run a stand at the farmer's market. That's it. I know, it's very complicated. Regardless of this simple premise, I wanted to give this show a shot the first time I saw the trailers. I don't usually watch new cartoons from the beginning, so I decided that this would be my first time being a dedicated fan. The only problem is, not all the episodes are that great. It looked like it could be funny in the previews, but the same wild, troublesome antics from a main pony character can start to seem excessive when the show doesn't also offer some more serious or emotional moments as well, or if the show just loses creativity. But not all the episodes are inherently bad either. There's a range of, okay, that was pretty funny, to, who thought this would be a good idea? I feel like episodes from the good category are certainly the ones that use misdirection and fast comedic timing to their advantage, as well as mix up the established character roles to present an ironic situation. And all of that is present in the episode Poneapples, which is the epitome of a great cartoon episode. The episode starts with Annie and Pony collecting these hero horse cards.
Hey, Mom!
I've already bought you 8 packs of those cards. I'm not buying you any more.
Please, these cards are the most important thing in the world.
Oh, I thought the most important thing in the world was hero horse keychains.
Mom, that was ages ago.
That was this morning.
They are then tasked with washing the apples, but Pony stuffed them all in his mouth. You'd expect this to just be for comedy and not play into the story, but nope, because their parents accidentally start selling them. And they're a huge hit.
What type of apples are these?
Poneapples.
Poneapples?
Annie is about to tell the truth about the apples, where Dad gives her more money to buy another pack of hero horse cards. So I think we all know where this is going. Keep in mind that this episode was released on October 23rd, 2020, well into the pandemic. And yet we're showcasing pony saliva and all the germs with it just being shared with everyone. I was surprised that Nickelodeon would even let this episode be aired considering its implications. It was so ridiculous that it was actually hilarious. So Annie and Pony are now in too deep. They buy apples from the store, have Pony cover them in slobber, and then sell them to their stand's customers, all while gaining more hero horse cards. And in a shocking turn of events, Pony is actually the one to feel like this is not a good idea.
So, does any of this feel wrong?
Is this messed up? This feels messed up.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
This still feels kind of wrong. On our wrong scale, this is near the limit.
While Annie is actually ignoring the immorality of her decisions. This is contrary to the roles presented in previous It's Pony episodes, where Pony is the troublemaker who is unaware of the consequences of his actions, while Annie has to steer him straight. Unlike Mamo Heroes of Pure Heart, however, where inconsistency in character kind of undermines their development, since this show is mainly focused on comedy rather than character growth, it is more refreshing to see a change in expectations from the monotony of seeing the same trope over and over again. Annie, being so unconcerned about the passing of diseases and just the general grossness of her endeavors, is so crazy and counterintuitive, and that's what makes it funny. We also have Pony being a bit weary of this whole situation. This is not only ironic, but it also helps ground the episode in the reality of how this action would certainly have major consequences, that it is completely not okay, and yet she's doing it anyways. Rather than if they were both fully on board, then what would that teach kids? Yeah, it's totally okay to not tell anyone about the potential spread of contagious diseases as long as you get what you want. Everything is going great until...
I'd like to meet your supplier.
Huh?
Now they may find out.
Obviously, they don't have a supplier, so they have to improvise. Luckily, Pony is a master of disguise.
Oh, hi, Pony.
Oh.
Here he is.
Okay, good recovery, Pony.
That's a cat.
Ugh, foiled again. No, but seriously, I appreciate how the dad isn't that gullible, unlike what other shows would present when people, or animals, put in disguises that really wouldn't fool anyone. It's a great use of misdirection. Pony says the cat belongs to the supplier, so they follow it to this guy's house. He knows Annie and Pony, and they convince him to say that he's the supplier. And I just love how disappointed and upset he looks, yet he still consents to covering for them.
You're an accomplice in a web of lies.
The dad wants to see the apple tree, so Annie tries to convince him that this oak tree is the apple tree.
This is a park tree. So why does Jerry charge you?
Jerry owns the park.
What? What? You are such a pathological liar. Unfortunately, Pony's mouth is dry now, so they have to use a pig instead. A pig.
I would not want to eat those apples.
Everyone knows pigs are very clean animals.
I'm starting to think that Annie is a psychopath. Oh, and it turns out they already had all the hero horse cards, so they didn't have to do all this. But it's too late now because the dad is about to offer some Poneapples to the health inspector, so they need to rush over to the stand to stop it.
Step aside! As the owner of this park, I'm commandeering this vehicle!
I don't know what's better. The fact that Jerry's just playing along with this charade, or that this driver just does not care. Then they kick him out even though he got them the cart. Just as the health inspector is about to discover the unsanitary apples, the cart then crashes onto the scene. But what's this? It's not them. It was just a distraction so that they could
Diversion!
yell out exactly what their plan was. Come on, Pony.
You don't yell diversion.
What should I yell?
You don't yell anything at all.
So the health inspector finds out everyone is obviously disgusted and appalled, and the stand has to be closed down. However, Annie finally comes clean about the Poneapples only after worst came to worst. And then, in one of the most surprising, most ridiculous, most unbelievable scenes in cartoon history, you know what they do to get out of this situation? They, I kid you not, bribe the health inspector. Bribery. That's their solution. Wow, what a great lesson for kids. And they have to get rid of all of their hero horse cards to do so. At least the stand doesn't get shut down, but Annie and Pony are then forced to clean all of the contaminated apples. And that's how it ends. I do understand that much of what I liked about this episode comes down to its lack of similarity to other It's Pony episodes rather than being good on its own, but come on. Public health risks, impersonating an owner of a park, bribery, these are literal crimes, and they're just being showcased here with no concern for the lessons they're teaching. And yet that's what makes it so unexpected, so counterintuitive, so ridiculous, that it's genuinely hilarious. We don't often get episodes of children's cartoons that are as off the rails as this, so I like to enjoy the times it does happen, even if it sets a very bad example and is quite possibly extremely controversial. But I don't think the creators or even the characters in the show itself are unaware of their unethical actions. You can showcase a somewhat corrupt situation and yet still convey that it's bad, and by the end, Annie and Pony are appropriately punished. So all's well that ends well. This episode was surely a great time, and I don't want it to be overlooked. Who knows? Maybe Ant Blades has more great episodes like this up his sleeves. Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.
I have 63 saliva-covered apples here. 63 violations. How many cards do you have?
Not counting Mr. Klops. 63.
That's a real lesson of today. Stone cold bribery.
Wait a minute.
Is this messed up? This one's messed up.
No, I'm sure it's
Oh, I know now why I like this episode so much. It's because it's exactly like an episode of The Owl House. Obviously. Can't believe I didn't see that before.